In the realm of power, Machiavelli never spoke directly about women in the romantic sense, but his principles of control, manipulation, and influence apply with frightening precision to human relationships, including those between men and women. To control anyone, you must first understand them. And to understand women, you must see beyond the illusions they present and into the psychological forces that truly guide their choices. This isn't about love or kindness. It's about strategy. It's about bending emotions, perceptions, and desires until they align with your will. Number 1, control her perception of you. Never let her see the whole truth. Machiavelli taught that appearances are more powerful than reality. A woman's feelings toward you are not shaped by what you are, but by what she perceives you to be. If she sees you as endlessly available, predictable, and open, she will grow bored. If she sees you as mysterious, hard to fully understand, and slightly unpredictable, she will remain engaged, because uncertainty is addictive. Control is maintained not by giving her the truth, but by feeding her a carefully curated image of strength, independence, and desirability. The less she can fully read you, the more she must chase to understand you. Number 2, emotional leverage. Give and withhold strategically. Complete availability kills intrigue. Machiavelli would have seen that control requires emotional scarcity. Give affection, praise, and attention in moments that strengthen her dependence, and withdraw them when she shows signs of arrogance or emotional distance. This is not cruelty, it is reinforcement. People value what they fear losing. A woman who knows your affection can be withdrawn will instinctively work to secure it. The power here lies in measured reward and calculated deprivation, creating an emotional rhythm she cannot escape. Number 3, control the frame or make her play your game. If you allow her to set the pace of the relationship, she controls you. Machiavelli's genius was in shaping the frame of every interaction, deciding the rules without appearing to do so. You must subtly redefine her expectations, deciding what counts as acceptable behavior, what earns your attention, and what pushes you away. When she tests boundaries, and she will, respond with calm detachment, never emotional outbursts. If she feels she must adapt to your rules to keep you, she is already within your influence. Number 4, master the art of selective vulnerability. Machiavelli warned that rulers who appear too cold are hated, but those who appear too soft are taken advantage of. The key is balance. Show glimpses of vulnerability only at chosen times, when it serves to deepen her emotional investment. A man who seems impenetrable but occasionally reveals a crack appears human, not weak. And those moments of openness will bind her closer, because she will believe she sees a side of you no one else does. Number 5, dominate the emotional climate. Control is not about constant command. It's about shaping the emotional atmosphere in which she lives. If you can influence her moods, you can influence her decisions. Through subtle changes in tone, timing of messages, and physical presence, you can steer her toward excitement, longing, or guilt without saying a word. Machiavelli understood that people act in response to emotion far more than logic. And a woman guided by emotion is more easily led by the one who controls those emotions. Number 6, keep desire alive through uncertainty. The paradox of human attraction is that certainty kills desire. When she knows exactly where she stands, interest fades. When she is unsure whether she has fully won you, her efforts intensify. A Machiavellian man plants small seeds of doubt, not accusations, but subtle signals that remind her your world is bigger than her. This makes her work to secure her place in it. Desire thrives in the tension between security and fear of loss. Number 7, never fully submit to her emotional demands. Women will instinctively test for dominance in subtle ways, challenging your opinions, ignoring boundaries, or trying to pull you into emotional overreactions. Each time you react in the way she expects, you surrender power. Machiavelli would say, remain composed, even when provoked. By refusing to let her control your emotional state, you establish an unspoken hierarchy, one where she adjusts her behavior to maintain your attention, not the other way around. Number 8, make yourself her source of highs and lows. If every emotional peak in her life comes from you, The joy, the frustration, the relief, the longing. You become her primary psychological anchor. She will return again and again, even when she claims to hate the unpredictability. Machiavelli knew that loyalty is often forged not by constant kindness, but by the intensity of shared experience. The goal is to be unforgettable, not comfortable. Number 9, weaponize social influence. Machiavelli understood that the perception of others often dictates how someone feels about you. A woman's attraction is rarely isolated. It is magnified or diminished by the opinions of the people around her. If others admire you, respect you, or even envy you, she will feel the weight of that social value. Surround yourself with allies, admirers, and a network that reinforces your desirability. Let her witness subtle moments of praise from others, and her mind will begin to equate you with status. The power here is indirect. You are not convincing her with words, but allowing her environment to convince her for you. Number 10, implant ideas as if they were her own. Direct commands breed resistance. Suggestions plant seeds that grow unnoticed. Machiavelli often advised leaders to influence people in ways that made them believe the decision was theirs all along. If you want her to change behavior, steer her thoughts with casual remarks, open-ended questions, and stories that mirror the action you want her to take. She will feel she arrived at the choice independently, unaware of the invisible hand that guided her. Number 11. Create psychological dependency through contrast. Humans crave stability but are addicted to contrast. If you provide both the calm of safety and the thrill of unpredictability, you become psychologically irreplaceable. Machiavelli's political counterparts maintained power by alternating between reward and fear, not excessively, but enough to keep subjects alert. In personal dynamics, this means you alternate between being deeply present and slightly distant, between moments of intense connection and times of mysterious absence. She will adjust her emotional rhythm to match yours, and without realizing it, her sense of balance will depend on you. Number 12, control access to your attention. A woman will value what is scarce. If your time, presence, and energy are constantly available, she will eventually take them for granted. Machiavelli's principle of scarcity applied to royal audiences. The more exclusive access is, the more value it holds. In practice, you decide when interactions happen, not her. When you withdraw your presence, do so without explanation or apology. The absence itself will raise your perceived value. Your availability should feel earned, not assumed. Number 13, master silence as a weapon. Machiavelli often spoke about the power of omission. Not every truth needs to be revealed, and not every question deserves an immediate answer. Silence can be a devastating form of control because it forces the other person to fill the space with their own thoughts, insecurities, or assumptions. When she expects a reaction but receives none, her mind works overtime. Silence turns you from predictable to enigmatic, and in relationships, enigma is magnetic. Number 14. Build a world she wants to enter. One of the most overlooked forms of control is environment creation. Machiavelli advised leaders to construct systems people wanted to be part of, so they would willingly submit to the rules. If your life is rich with ambition, social influence, and experiences, she must fit into it rather than you bending to fit hers. You're not trying to be her world. You're making yours so compelling she'll fight for a place in it. Number 15. Make her invest in you. The more effort a person puts into something, the more they feel attached to it. A psychological bias known as the sunk cost fallacy. If she invests her time, emotions, and even sacrifices for you, she becomes psychologically resistant to leaving. Machiavelli would have encouraged subtle situations where she must contribute to keep your attention, helping with your ambitions, adapting to your standards, or proving her loyalty. Once she invests enough, walking away feels like admitting she wasted her effort. Number 16. Give her controlled victories. Total domination breeds rebellion. A smart ruler, Machiavelli advised, allows subjects small victories to keep them satisfied while still holding ultimate control. In relationships, this means occasionally letting her win arguments, make choices, or feel she influenced you, but only in areas where the stakes are low for you. She feels empowered, yet you remain the one shaping the overall direction. Number 17. Anchor powerful emotions to your presence. The human brain connects strong emotional experiences to whoever is present in that moment. If you create moments of heightened emotion, whether excitement, relief, or passion, while you're together, those feelings become linked to you. Machiavelli's version of this in politics was to appear during times of triumph or deliver solutions after crises. In personal control, this means being the one who rescues her from boredom, tension, or fear, reinforcing that her emotional highs happen with you. Number 18. End interactions before she wants them to end. Always leave her wanting more. Machiavelli understood that overstaying your welcome weakens authority. When you end conversations, meetings, or intimate moments at their peak, rather than letting them fade, you keep her in a state of anticipation. This anticipation turns into longing, and longing is fertile ground for control. Number 19. Blur the lines between pleasure and uncertainty. The most potent psychological hold combines satisfaction with tension. If she associates being with you with both pleasure and a slight fear of losing you, she will stay engaged. Machiavelli's strategies relied on this balance. Keep people rewarded enough to stay loyal, but never so comfortable they forget who holds the power. Number 20. Withdraw completely at strategic moments. The most powerful move in control is absence at the right time. A calculated disappearance after a high point leaves her mind replaying every moment, questioning every detail, craving resolution. Machiavelli called this strategic absence a way to remind people of your value, because people only truly recognize worth when it's gone. These principles are not for those seeking fairness or equality in romance. They are for those who, like Machiavelli, understand that all relationships contain power dynamics, and that mastery comes from shaping those dynamics to your advantage. Control is not about force. It is about invisible influence, shaping perceptions and guiding emotions until the other person's choices align perfectly with your desired outcome. If used without restraint, these tactics can destroy trust permanently. If used with precision, they can keep a woman deeply, perhaps unshakably, under your influence. Not because you demanded it, but because she convinced herself that she wants it.